Now to the war in Ukraine and the latest reports that the conflict has spilled across the Russian border. After a second day of fighting in Russia's Belgorod region, the Russian Foreign Ministry says the militants that it blames for Monday's attack have been pushed back into Ukraine. Ukraine's government says it has nothing to do with the fighting there. James Landale, with our partners at the BBC, has more from Ukraine.
Well, the picture is confused, but what seems to have happened here is the largest cross-border incursion since this war began. What we know is that a group of armed men crossed from northeast Ukraine into Russia. The Kremlin calls them Ukrainian saboteurs. The intelligence department here in Kyiv says no, they were Russian paramilitaries, partisans who are opposed to Vladimir Putin. Either way, these men crossed the border and attempted to seize 2 or 3 villages. There are reports they had armoured vehicles with them, and this morning the local Russian governor has said that they even had drones which air defences have been shot down. Russia says it's carrying out a counter-terrorist operation. It seems that the fighting still continues and there are reports of 8 people being injured. Now, this is potentially embarrassing to Moscow because it will allow critics to suggest that it can't control its own borders and defend them. But equally, this is problematic for the government here in Kyiv because it will allow Russia to claim that Ukraine is not just defending its own borders, but is potentially a threat to Russia itself. James Landale, BBC News for CBS Mornings, Ukraine.